So we have an interesting AFC Championship game upcoming. The Ratbirds and the Queefs. Now the question is, who should we be rooting for? And I wanted to go ahead and put this out here so you guys can make a expert decision on who you want to root for this upcoming game. And no, sadly, they cannot end in a tie and they cannot both lose. Which Buffalo's defense would have shown up in that last game, and this matchup would be a lot easier to root for once that team. Whoever wins this game will go to the Super Bowl, so let's talk about it. Pros of the Queefs winning. Number one, they're not the Ratbirds. Probably the only pro I actually care about at this point, because that is really the number one reason why you might root for the Queefs, is because you don't want the Ratbirds to get into the Super Bowl. Number two, Lamar Jackson's playoff record. If Lamar Jackson wins this game, not only will he be, I believe, 3-3 in the playoffs, I believe he's going to be 3-3 in the playoffs, and he'll have a Super Bowl. At least gotten to a Super Bowl. So now there's going to be so much talk and crap and blah, blah, blah about that. He even increases his odds of winning the MVP. There's so much. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. Ravens fans will become the most insufferable bunch ever. So, number two is to keep our sanity together. We want the Queefs to win. Number three, Travis Kelce and Andy Reid might retire. That's a very good possibility because Jason Kelce looks like he might retire this offseason. There's been rumors. There's been some things that came out and that said that he was going to retire. And then he said on the podcast that he doesn't know yet and he's still deciding. Well, there's even more rumors now that it's a possibility that Kelce and Reid might retire together. So, sorry, not Kelce and Reid might retire together. Both Kelce brothers might retire together. And if they win the Super Bowl, I don't see why Travis wouldn't. You know, your brother's retiring. You're coming off a Super Bowl win. Just walk off into the sunset together, right? And if they win a Super Bowl, Andy Reid might also go ahead and walk off into the sunset. I know Andy Reid did address this in a press conference. He did say, someone asked him, hey, are you going to retire after the season? And his point was pretty much, hey, I know I'm old, but at the end of the day, I'm not focused on that. I'm just focused on the next game at hand. He said that before Buffalo's game. So just keep in mind, rumors right now, Reid has set it to bed. No, he's not going to retire, but you never know. Okay, you win the Super Bowl, there's always a chance he walks away. I think Kelce does walk away if they win a Super Bowl. If they lose a Super Bowl or they don't make it, they lose this game, I think Kelce doesn't walk away. I think Kelce will still be on the team next year. Ravens side, the pros, they're not the Queefs. And that's a very, very good point. And number two is the Queefs won't be in the Super Bowl. Those are the only two pros that the Ravens winning. Before we get into the cons of the Queefs side, let's talk about the cons of the Ratbird side. The Ratbirds, number one, and this is actually probably the most important point. They said F Joe Burrow when he got hurt. Yeah, I made a video about that, and trust me, Ratbirds, I don't freaking forget. Okay? I don't cuss on this channel. Let's not say some other words. I don't forget, Ratbirds. You guys chanted your whole entire stadium, F Joe Burrow, F Joe Burrow, after he got hurt against you in that Week 11 game. That right there is a huge con. Most things on the Chiefs list, and we're going to go through all 19 of them, most of them are kind of just like, trolls / nitpicks about the Chiefs. That right there, that crap right there is personal. That's some disgusting crap right there. And that shows you guys as a fan base. Not the whole fan base, but a part of your fan base, that right there shows it. Oh, but Fancy Truck Stop, Don't you remember when the Bengals fans were talking trash about Lamar Jackson when he got hurt? Lamar Jackson didn't even... He was hurt. You're right. He was hurt. He was not sitting out because he did not get money and did not get a paycheck. He missed the wild card playoff games because he was hurt, even though John Harbaugh didn't know how to explain how he was still hurt when the team doctor said he was okay. Well, not okay, but they said he was not still hurt, and he was not sitting out for money. The reason why a Bengals fan made fun of Lamar Jackson when he was hurt was because he was supposed to be back for that playoff game, and he could have been back for that playoff game, but he wanted to get a huge freaking paycheck. And he sat out because he wanted to get his contract. Which, again, I respect. It's a business. It's a franchise. Whatever. Bengals fan made fun of that. We made fun of a quarterback who pretended to be injured because he wanted money. Saying F Joe Burrow when he tears his ligament in his hand and he's out for the season. Come on now. Don't put those on the same platform now. Those are not even. Those are not even. No, not even close. Okay? They didn't, and I would say a small amount of Bengals fans did not trash him for getting injured. They trashed him for being selfish and not playing because of the fact that he didn't get paid. Okay. That's aside. Number 2 for the Ratbirds, the fans. And, yeah. There you go. I'll say it like this, right? Half of the Ratbirds fans I can respect. Okay? Half of them I can respect. 25%, additionally, I think are insane, but are somewhat tolerable. Okay? 75%, I think, at least I can tolerate with it somewhat of a conversation. The other 25% are like Arkham Asylum mental patients when you try to talk to them. The equivalent, right, of just crazy delusional fans. Okay? That's what I'll say. Number 3. Hurts the Lions' chances to win. The Lions beat the 49ers. The Lions had to play one of the two teams. And if they play the Ratbirds, their defense is amazing. The Ratbirds might have the best defense in the playoffs, period, and probably have the best defense in the league. Okay, Roquan Smith is leading them out there in an absolute destruction path. That's a problem, because the Lions, I don't think offensively are going to be able to do much against this Ravens defense. Last time the Ratbirds played the Lions, they blew out the Lions. The Chiefs, I don't think are going to blow out the Lions. So that's there. And then the last point is they're not the Lions. All right, so let's talk about the Queefs. Queefs, number 1, front and center, number 1, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl, Taylor Swift in the AFC Championship game, Taylor Swift. I am done with it. I am absolutely freaking done with it. It's a love story. Baby, just say, please stop this crap. Okay? I'm done. I'm done with the Taylor Swift crap. Showing on TV. It's all you see when you watch football. I never liked Taylor Swift. I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift. I want to watch football. I don't want to watch Taylor Swift, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, the fans. And same concept with the Ravens fans, or the same thing as with the Queef fans. Number 3, Kermit. Or as we call him, Patrick Mahomes. Kermit, I don't have a real hate. I don't hate Kermit at all. I don't dislike him, I will say. But he can be very annoying. Like, I respect Kermit, and I think everything he has accomplished, I respect. But he can be very annoying, and he can be very tiresome. And just everything he does or performs is considered like a act of a higher being. And I really cannot stand it. And some of that's not his fault, right? And that's why the number 5 and 6 is actually what, goes with Kermit. Is the media, Nick Wright, and Goodell's team. And all those go in hand to hand here. Kermit does good, then the rest of those guys also, go crazy and annoying, and it's just impossible to even enjoy football because Kermit's doing good, and Kermit might not even do good. The refs might help Kermit do good, and it's a whole entire mess. Travis Kelce. I have no problem with Kelce personally. I think he's one of the best tight ends in football. But when he beat us, he said the jabronis comment that The Rock said. And ever since then, I just have this distaste in my mouth for him. So, he's on there. Next one. Tony Romo, Chris Collinsworth. I swear on everything. I watched that Bills versus Chiefs game. Amount of time that Tony Romo performed some unspeakable acts on Patrick Mahomes. No more. I can't deal with those two guys. And if they go to the Super Bowl, all I'm going to hear about is from one of those two guys in the Super Bowl. No. The Kelce's in general. I like Jason Kelce, I really do. But when you add Jason Kelce plus Taylor Swift plus Travis Kelce, you get yourselves Chemical X. And I know it made the Powerpuff Girls, but it's not making good football. So Powerpuff Girls, not good football. Even. Hurts Lions' chances to win. Jackson Mahomes. Now, Jackson Mahomes has been very quiet. Ever since he got a little handsy with an owner of a restaurant in Kansas City, he's been very quiet. And I appreciate that. Because this man danced on the memorial of Sean Taylor earlier last year. So I'm actually pretty happy that he's been very quiet. But same thing, I feel like if they go to Super Bowl, that man's going to be like the Undertaker coming out of a coffin, okay? He's going to be coming out of the ground like prison inmate number 4 coming out of a massage parlor. I can't do it, man. I can't deal with that Jackson Mahomes crap right now. That's the other one. 14. They've been to too many Super Bowls. They have been. Like, bro, it is so unoriginal at this point. It's like the Patriots for so freaking long. And I get it, they're a great team, and they're a dynasty, and they're really doing great. But at some point, bro, I want to see another Super Bowl. I want to see other teams in the Super Bowl. I don't want to see the Ratbirds, and I don't want to see the Queefs. I would like to have seen a Bills versus Lions Super Bowl. Because if the Lions, way back in 1992, would have beaten their NFC, if they beat the at the time Redskins, they would have played the Super Bowl versus the Bills. I want to see that matchup. I can't see that matchup because the Queefs won. So, yeah, too many Super Bowls. Their offense is boring. Let's be honest. Against us, their offense was garbo. They got a touchdown early in the game, and they kicked 6 field goals after that. I don't want to see that in the Super Bowl. I saw the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl. I don't want to see it again. And while, yes, Buffalo's defense was absolutely awful versus Patrick Mahomes, 100%. They shredded. The Patrick Mahomes shredded their defense. Problem is, though, if they go to Super Bowl, this team right here, they got to go against the 49ers or they had to go against the Lions. And the Lions, not as great of a defense, but I think the Lions defense can take care of them. I think the 49ers defense will shut them out. And I don't want to watch a game where a Super Bowl team gets shut out. I want to watch a good Super Bowl this year. A good back and forth game. Sadly, the Ratbirds, they're a team that would probably most likely have a really good offensive game versus either of the teams I just listed. And on the other side, while the Ravens defense does look good and looks amazing, I think that even Brock Purdy might get it together and get some yards. Or I think Jared Goff, Monra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, Gibbs, Montgomery will also have a pretty damn good day. So, there's another reason. Number 16. The fans again. Number 17. They aren't the Lions. Number 18 is the Mahomes and Burrow debate, and if Mahomes even gets to the Super Bowl, even if he loses, just getting there is going to make it insufferable of, oh, Mahomes, he's here, and Burrow's here, and there's a cliff. Like, I'm not doing that crap. Come on now. And number 19 is the NFL won't change. And this is the best thing you can say. The only way you're going to get the NFL to change, like some bullcrap that happens, the referees, all that crap, is the Chiefs to lose. Because when the Chiefs lose, and the Chiefs aren't benefiting from the NFL and how the NFL is looking, Goodell is going to change the NFL so that the Chiefs are benefiting. This right here. That's why. Alright, so who am I rooting for? Neither. But my point is, hopefully I helped you guys make an educated guess on who to vote for. The Queefs or the Ratbirds?